John Bush and Kat Bleish here with the kids in the back and the dog in tow. No, he's not towing behind us. He's in the car. Uncoinventional Living Tour West, our family's trip out west and back using Bitcoin only. We're putting the Bitcoin ecosystem to the test to find any holes and gaps and to help improve Bitcoin travel for everyone. We want to give you an update. Last update was from Colorado, which we called the Rising Bitcoin Star, rising over the mountains of Denver. Really great movement. I think that was a fun podcast. If you didn't listen to it, go back and check it out. I'm going to fill you in on our time in Kansas City. It was a lot more low-key. Leaving Colorado on our way to Kansas, it was a Bitcoin food desert, just like it was in the Southwest. So we ended up stopping at a truck stop restaurant around 9 o'clock. We were tired and exhausted. It was some really good food. And again, we used a Visa gift card that we've had someone purchase for us with Proxy. That's really helped us a lot to be able to have a little bit more freedom in our choices. So we ate there. We continued on to Kansas City. In Kansas City, we laid low. We hung out with Kat's family. We didn't have to book any hotels or anything. We stayed at Kat's parents' house, and the kids had a great time with their grandparents. Really fun. One of the things we did with two of Kat's friends from high school was check out the T-Rex restaurant. A lot of major cities have them. They're kind of a novelty place, tourist place. Bunch of cool toys, giant dinosaurs in the restaurants, cool aquariums. This is a place where you can purchase gift cards for it with Bitcoin using Gyft, Gyft.com. If you haven't purchased gift cards with Bitcoin through Gyft, I encourage you to use Uncoin14. Uncoin, U-N-C-O-I-N, the number 14, and you'll get $5 back on your first $25 Bitcoin purchase. So check that out. We went to T-Rex with some of Kat's friends. A couple of them are actually law enforcement officers. One of them's a horse cop, as we call him. The other one works at the Department of Homeland Security Fusion Center.
She never became an equestrian officer yet. That's why she joined the force, was to ride horses. I
guess her dream wasn't fulfilled. But we had some great conversations about Ferguson and about police abuse and accountability in general. And I just want to point out that I think these two people are wonderful human beings. I don't agree with the institution of law enforcement, but if we are to have police, I think they should be filled with good people rather than psychopaths. So just throw that out there. But again, there's another restaurant that's called Aquarium. So if you have children, it's a cool, fun place, Aquarium and T-Rex. Both of them are on Gyft, Gyft.com, and you can buy gift cards to those establishments with Bitcoin. So after that, we had Thanksgiving dinner. We had a fun time, went to the park, hung out, and finally we departed for Texarkana, which is our halfway point. And in doing so, on the way, we stopped by Cracker Barrel, one of our favorite places to eat, and we went with Catherine's mom, and we were able to use, we were able to use a printed out gift card that we got with eGifter. We reported on a previous podcast that we tried to use the online gift card with eGifter, the one that's on your phone, and they wouldn't accept it at Cracker Barrel, and they said that they've been instructed across the country not to accept those. So we've since contacted eGifter and encouraged them to take that down, or at least indicate to the consumers that you can't use it online, because we kind of were caught with our pants down in a particular moment. But it does work if it's printed out. Thankfully, Kat's mom picked up the tab, and we had like $37 left after buying some toys. On the way out of town, coming through South Missouri, we went to an Applebee's. And we're not big fans of Applebee's. I actually enjoyed my meal a whole lot. I much prefer Applebee's to Chili's, but Applebee's are everywhere, so are Chili's. And again, if you're traveling, it's a great spot to use Bitcoin to buy gift cards through Gyft, Gyft.com. I enjoyed my meal. Got to talk to the manager about Bitcoin, so that was cool as well. And then afterwards, it's like 5 o'clock now. We still had another 4 or 5 hours of driving. We decided to stop by Starbucks. And I want to report, if you haven't heard yet, Starbucks now is on Gyft. So for you caffeine junkies out there that love your lattes and mochas, you can now buy Starbucks gift cards with Gyft, Gyft.com. We went ahead and did a little video to show just how fast and easy it is to use Gyft to buy gift cards with Bitcoin. We actually acquired it in line. So we're going to share the audio of that video with you here so you can see how easy it is to get Starbucks coffee with a gift card using Bitcoin, using Gyft, Gyft.com. Check out this little tidbit. John Bush here with the Uncoinventional Living Tour, our family's trip across the country using Bitcoin only. And I want to show you that Gyft, Gyft.com, now has a Starbucks gift card you can buy with Bitcoin. Watch how easy it is. Just click on the app, find the card there. We want to get a $10 one. Our total was $8.25. Preparing order for checkout. Starbucks, man, gets me going in the morning, or even at 4:45 p.m. Okay, so we got $10 gift card. Proceed to checkout. Click the Bitcoin. Pay with Bitcoin. Now this pulls up a BitPay app. All I do is click on Pay with Bitcoin. Pulls up the different wallets I have. Yes, I have 4 different wallets, but I primarily use my Airbits wallet. You can check it out at airbits.co. Put in my PIN. Not going to let you see that. I have a gift card on my phone. Pulls up the total and the amount. Airbits is so easy, just slide to do it. And within seconds, the transfer goes through, and my gift app will now have my Starbucks gift card. It's that easy using gyft.com.
/Bitcoin.
/Bitcoin. And I want to fill you on one more tip. If it's your first time to use Bitcoin with BitPay, if you use the promo code Uncoin14, the number's 14, you get $5 back with your first $25 purchase.
It's your first time with Gyft, not your first time with BitPay. So if you're using Gyft and it's your first time using Bitcoin, you get $5 in points back. And there we go.
Did I misspeak?
It's okay.
It happens.
There you go.
Coffee.
Turn around.
Hi. So there you have it, folks. Starbucks. You can actually buy it in line at restaurants and Whole Foods. You can buy the gift card with Gyft using Bitcoin in line once you get the total. So you don't have to buy it before. You can buy the total. It's really that easy. Let me go ahead and throw out the magic word before I forget. The magic word for this episode is going to be a simple one. It's the name of the drink that Kat bought. She bought a peppermint mocha. Not sure if it's in the video. I'll go ahead and tell you. It's a peppermint mocha. That's the magic word for today's podcast. PEPPERMINT space MOCHA. Peppermint mocha. So we left Starbucks and we went ahead and booked a hotel room, and we used a store credit. We used a credit that we had with cheapair.com because in Utah we had to pull over for a stop because the conditions were getting pretty bad on the road. We booked a hotel only to find out that they no longer had any dog rooms left. So pro tip, if you're traveling with a pet, call ahead to make sure that the hotel that's pet friendly. Kat uses bringfido.com to see which hotels are pet friendly, but you want to call ahead because some of them only have a few rooms that are set aside for pets, and if those rooms are booked, then you're SOL. We were SOL on this moment, but thankfully Cheap Air, we got in contact with them via email, and they were able to give us a credit, and we went ahead and used this credit to stay at a Quality Inn. It wasn't the best place. They said they had hot breakfast and eggs, but they ended up not having hot breakfast.
They did have sausage.
They did have some sausages. So I want to report, too, last time around, Expedia was not, they accept Bitcoin. They were not yet able to use a credit and Bitcoin on top of that to pay the difference. And that was a time that we had a difficult time. We had to use cash last time. They refunded the cash on our last trip, thankfully. But we went ahead and gave them some feedback, and Kat actually wrote an article called Our Nightmarish Experience Using Expedia to Book Hotels with Bitcoin Magazine, and they contacted us a day later, and since they've come up with systems that allow you to use a credit and Bitcoin. We actually got some flack from some people in the comments that were saying, how dare you criticize Expedia, they just started this, you're making Bitcoin look bad. I just want to point out, like, it's okay to give this feedback. Now it's going to be easier for other people.
Honesty is always the best policy, whether it's in relationships or doing public relations. If you don't tell the truth, the problems can't be resolved. So I really encourage you, if you're having some sort of problem with a company and your Bitcoin transactions, contact them about it or blog about it or in some way get the word out that there's a problem so that others don't get stuck in the middle of that same problem and have a rough night like we did that night. And yeah, we had a rough night and we told people about it, but by golly, hopefully others will not have a rough time here on out.
Yeah, and that's part of the mission of the Uncoinventional Living Tour. Not only were we trying to encourage adoption, encourage people to use their Bitcoin to frequent these businesses and grow the ecosystem, but we're also putting the ecosystem to the test and finding holes and finding problems to make it easier for future participants. So After that, we woke up in the morning, we went to Cracker Barrel again, and we were able to use our printed out gift card. So just want to throw that out there. If you're using eGift or Cracker Barrel cards and you have them on your phone, you may be SOL. They may not accept them. So print them out.
We have never, not once, had that problem with a Gyft, Gyft gift card. So be aware.
Yeah, Gyft might do a little more due diligence. And Gyft is one of our sponsors, gyft.com. Quick story real quick. At our Thanksgiving meal with Kat's family, Kat walked into the room where all the adults were. We're banished to the kid table, of course, with our children. And they were talking about Bitcoin. And everyone says, oh, Kathy's here. That's what her family calls her. Kathy, she doesn't like it. So call her Catherine Cat, or if you want to get her goat, call her Kathy.
You're being a bully.
Sorry. It's good radio. So Kat walked into the room and they said, oh, well, Kathy and her family are doing a Bitcoin-only tour. Let's ask Kathy about it. And one of her uncles was begrudgingly complaining that Bitcoin, he got hacked by Bitcoin because somebody hacked into his computer with some sort of spam, and they installed mining, which of course is fruitless to try to mine on a CPU.
And he clicked a link thinking it was a link to a FedEx package. So just make sure when you click links in your email that it's from a trusted sender. Don't just randomly click stuff. And if you see something being downloaded on your computer after you click a link, maybe stop the download.
So Kat was quick to correct him and let him know that you need to blame the hackers. Don't blame Bitcoin. Bitcoin, there isn't a corporation or company or individuals behind Bitcoin. Well, there are individuals behind Bitcoin, you and I, and everyone that's participating. But it wasn't. But don't blame Bitcoin in that instance. Blame the hacker. And if I had a chance to talk to him, I would have told him it would be like blaming the U.S. dollar for being mugged. So that was just a quick side note. And that also is a good indicator that Bitcoin's becoming more mainstream, because Kat's family's pretty mainstream, and there they are having dinner conversations about Bitcoin. So before we let you go, I want to shout out a couple of our new sponsors. WatchMyBit.com. WatchMyBit.com is going to be the first Bitcoin micropayment video service. They're currently in open beta mode. They need your help testing out the service. So check it out at WatchMyBit.com and participate in the development of one hell of a project to allow people to make money from their videos and allow you to watch videos without ads by giving simple Bitcoin micropayments. And also Broker.com, BRAWKER.com. It's a facilitator that helps people to be able to buy just about any good or service, especially online with Bitcoin. And it also allows people to acquire Bitcoin while still maintaining their privacy. It goes both ways, so check that out at Broker.com. We've had some experience with it since the last time we talked about it that I'm going to be sharing with you on future podcasts. So this is an update. Tonight we'll be home back in San Marcos. And in the future, you can expect a few more updates from us. One, recapping the entirety of the trip, and then I'm going to share with you some speeches that we recorded at Libertopia, and also our speech with the CEO of CheapAir.com, Jeff Klee. So be on the lookout for those. And then we're also going to give you guys some analysis from what we learned, what there needs to be. We're going to put out a paper on this topic as well, so entrepreneurs and different people in the Bitcoin space can learn from it. So I'm going to go ahead and sign out. Check out Uncoinventional.com if you want to follow along with the rest of our journey. Peace, freedom, Bitcoin. And Kat, you got anything?
Peace, love, and Bitcoin.
Ollie, you want to say something? Okay. Peace, freedom. We're out.